Yeah, I mean, absolutely gritty performance from the group. I thought it was fantastic tonight's match. Obviously, our last away game. Now we get to come home for two games in a row, which is really important for us. So yeah, I think the grit, the resilience that the group showed today, the belief that I continue to speak about was all present in today's match. And again, first half, I felt like we were starting to get into the game. We were still creating a lot of opportunities in attacking transition, which I was very proud of the group for. We defended the box really well. That big save Blooms has for us in that first half just continues to build confidence throughout the group. We discussed our press at halftime, made a slight adjustment. The players executed fantastically out on the field. And then you talk about closing a match. Obviously, everybody knows how the last two matches have gone for us and previous to this, and the importance for us as a group to be very confident in that space, be very brave in that space. And they closed out the match fantastically. We adjusted shape in order to do so, and they were seamless in that. They were very bought in that. And you just saw nobody stop tonight. Every chance we had to get back behind the ball, every chance that we had to clear it or do what we could in that moment to close out the match. The group did it. So just very proud overall. It's a huge 3 points, and I'm very incredibly proud of this group.
So Randon, you're up first.
Kind of going off of that last point, just the way you guys closed out the match, was that something how you saw your practice being put in the actual game because that was such a focus for you later on, or was that something that you just saw the girls adjusting to on the fly?
Yeah, and it's always right. You're always preparing every match in reference to if it goes a certain way, are we prepared to do that for the group? And then you also are riding momentum. It's a very big thing to not change too early if you feel momentum is rising. We obviously saw they were making some tactical changes and kind of throwing players higher up the pitch. And as soon as we recognized that during that downtime, we decided to take advantage of it, get everybody in a new shape, and get everybody bought into we will close this match out. And like I said, everybody was seamless into that, but it's a mentality. And I think it was so unfortunate our past two games, and we've been able to move past those, and this builds a lot of confidence for us to be able to close out the match the way we did. People were obviously blocking crosses, keeping their feet shifting with the ball, and just a lot of confidence, across the board, which is really exciting for us.
Joe, go ahead.
Hey Bev, so you've made it through what we've been calling Murderers Row, the last games against top four teams, last three on the road,
Yeah.
with 8 points, 2 wins, 2 draws, 2 losses. I don't know that you'll answer this, but did you have a target points total in mind for these last 6 games?
No, not target points in mind. I think just as I've spoken about previously, just not getting too far ahead of yourselves. I think if you fear what that journey looks like and you look too far ahead of the journey, you worry about things that are maybe way out of your control in that moment. So just trying to narrow the group's focus in, be very intentional about what we're looking at, which was game by game, with the reality that behind the scenes, we knew it was a long stretch of games, a big stretch of games, and we knew obviously the opposition that we'd be facing during that time. But was very intentional about the perspective we were bringing to the group. And like I said, I think I've discussed it quite a bit now, and the belief is just so high in this group right now. And so we really believe that we are capable of very big things. And so it's really important for us that we have these points in this stretch of games. And I think it says a lot about where we're at as a group.
So not looking too far ahead, but now I'm going to ask you to look far ahead. In the last
Mhm.
9 games of the season are against teams either below you on the table or within 1 point now, and
Mhm.
you've opened up a 3 point gap between where you are in seventh and eighth and ninth and the lower end of the table.
Yes.
So, what kind of confidence does the last few games give you to close out the season in a playoff spot for the first time?
Yeah, it brings massive confidence. And look, the group is, and I think I discussed this quite a bit, but when you're talking football, and a lot of my speech today in the pre-game meeting is, I believe that 30% of it is strategy, 70% of it is belief. Whether you think you can or you can't, you're probably right. So we could do all the preparation we want. We're very bought into what we've created this year, and the group's doing a fantastic job in every aspect of that and living in that identity and really encouraging each other to live in that identity. But the belief is so high right now. So when you've worked so hard and so diligently on the strategies, and to have the confidence that the group has right now, you just continue to ride that momentum as much and as often as possible. So we will take it game by game. We will keep our same rhythm. But it is great to have this confidence boost for us and for us as a group.
And then last one I got, sorry, Rowie.
Mhm. It's okay.
The early game in the season against San Diego at home, the 4-1 loss back, obviously at this point is a turning point of
Yeah.
this. So does tonight's result give you a little vindication?
Yeah, look, I think, and I actually explained this in our tactical meeting before we depart the hotel. Um, and one of the things about before I brought up the in possession and out of possession tactical reminders was very specifically of um, we remember this last game that we played this group at home, and we had some very authentic and we had some very honest conversations as a group, and we really believe that that was our turning point, and that we to obviously have the opportunity to speak again, if you will. And so I think the group was up for the challenge. I think they were fantastic, and I think we I wanted them to remember what that was like at home for us and how big of a turning point that was post that match. So yeah, again, just really proud of the group tonight and taking 3 points here in San Diego.
Rowie, go ahead.
Hi, Bev. Thanks for your time
Of
as always.
course.
I know this is a team that's not afraid
Mhm,
of not necessarily having possession.
mhm.
And it seemed like you guys really leaned into that tonight, just looking at the possession numbers, at the corner
Yeah.
numbers. Like, what does it say to you about this team or even the
Mhm.
system that you guys are playing that you're able to have that be like the numbers that come up, but still walk away on the road with a result.
Yeah, and I think look, this is a San Diego's a very good team, a very respectable side, coached very well, fantastic players, and they are outpossessing most of their opposition in this league. They are a very football-oriented team, and a very respectable side in that space. So a lot of it had to do with us out of possession and where we feel our identity has really grown this season with that, and being patient with that, knowing that they would have the ball, but if we kept our moments right and stuck to our principles, we felt we could catch them in attacking transition. And I really feel like the group, instead of focusing on us not having the ball, understanding that we probably won't have the ball for chunks throughout the match just because of how clean they are and how big they are and what a big focus they have on in possession. So we just needed to stay patient. We would find our moments, and when we could trap them out wide and keep them wide, it was going to be a big emphasis for us. And then securing that first pass, exploiting them when we can in attacking transition. So it was just keeping the group in a right mindset that if we don't have it, we're still affecting it as much as possible. And when we win it, there will be an opportunity. And it was something I also spoke about in the pregame speech, which is opportunity is always present throughout a match. It's just perspective in that moment. Can you continue to see the opportunity throughout a match? And I thought the group was fantastic in that today. And I think they showcased a lot of who we are and how we've built ourselves to this moment. And to be able to close out a game like that was unbelievable.
And then Ella gave a really interesting answer to me about her being able to be like she was thankful to the staff for the opportunity to be creative out wide. And it seemed like she was quite creative with the goal or with the assist tonight. Um, how much have you seen her like even in these last few games be able to tap into that, be able to
Yeah.
be creative and grow as a young player in this league?
Yeah, look, I think she's done fantastic. I thought she was very good tonight. I thought her assist was fantastic to Emma, and they've been working on that, and we've been discussing that with them, and the ability to play that early ball and find each other and connect. So it was very exciting for her to get the assist and for Emma to get a fantastic goal tonight, just because it's been something that we've been discussing. Yeah, she just works so hard. She's so creative. She's very good 1v1. She's quick in behind. She could put a ball in the box. She knows when to be patient. Just think she has a lot to offer. And when you talk about our identity and living in it, she's just done such a great job. And defensively, she just worked her socks off tonight. So very happy for her. Very exciting to see her continue trajectory in the role and with the team, and excited for what we continue to see from her.
Michael, go for it.
Well, I'll try to be quick. I got three quick ones, hopefully.
No worries.
You and I talked before the match about the unique challenge that San Diego gives teams, and you shared with me that you had a very specific plan on kind of what you would do. How do you feel like you stuck to the plan, and did that help get the 3 points tonight?
Yeah, no, absolutely. They're so fluid possession. Rollouts on both sides, rollout on one side, coming beyond line of pressure. They're just so fluid and so creative in that. So we really felt that the biggest emphasis this week was going to be on our principles. If we could be together in all of those moments, we believe we could catch them. And like I said, we made an adjustment at halftime that we felt would better prepare the team. And that's always a part of it, right? Us as a staff, when is it the point where you're stubborn and you're just like, it's gonna work? Or when is the point of like, we feel we can help them with a small tweak? We made the small tweak at halftime, and kudos to the staff. Fantastic job to get the clips prepared that we needed to show the players. We were able to show them on the TV. Very clearly explained the small adjustment that we made, and I felt the group really executed it the second half, and I felt it built them more confidence throughout the match. So it's one thing for us to see it, and then another thing for us to express it, and then another thing for the group to execute. So it shows our alignment and our belief as a full group at this moment. So yeah, very happy for them.
May sound odd in a match where you only had 30% of the possession, but the midfield tonight, it looked like, I don't know if this was the plan, but this is kind of how it looked, that the goal there was maybe not to win possession back in the midfield, but just slow San Diego down. So they just, you got them either in their own half or in their attacking half, but not with tons of space.
Yeah, and I think our biggest thing, and they did a fantastic job tonight. But we spoke a lot about once it gets into those wide areas, not allowing them to come back around. And really, really inviting them into those traps. So our approach from more central positions, making sure that they couldn't spin out and dribble out and hit that weak side and expose us. And that was a big emphasis for us in preparations for this match. But I thought they did a great job breaking up play, sorting things, all the different pictures they were presented with, and the communication from the group to sort out how we could still get pressure on the ball and still live in our identity. I thought the group did a great job.
Last one for me. So, I've been around for a while. You will probably be the first racing coach to enter the last bit of the season with realistically high expectations from fans. Do you just kind of go with the flow and manage things as you would normally do, or any adjustments you need to make to kind of manage some of these higher expectations?
No, I'll never change. I'm going to live authentically in the way that I've continued to lead this group. And I got to eat everything that I'm speaking to them, which is we take it game by game. And if I look ahead at what people think of my leadership style, what people think I may do the next 9 games, what people think, and I start worrying about what people think of me, I think it puts me in not a good space that's best for this group. So my focus is going to be continuing to be authentically who I am. Continue to invest in these players, continue to keep these players in a great spot, continue to refresh their perspective, and continue to keep the belief high. But no, I won't change.
Not a question, just last comment from me. I am much happier when I see you with a smile on your face after these press conferences than how you kind of did this last week. So congratulations.
Thanks. I appreciate it, Michael.
I'm going to jump in with one real quick, Bev, before we let you go, because I don't think we've asked you about it directly yet. Emma sets the record tonight for most goals by a racing player.
Yes.
Just give us a comment on her, what that would mean, and also her goal, because it seemed like a good goal.
It was a great goal. I felt like she was building herself into the game, got some early chances. Taylor got high on the pitch early on as well, got some nice chances. Ari with a chance. And then you just felt like Emma kept growing into the game. And it was like, it was only a matter of time is how it felt. I think she's fantastic. I think she's such a threat. I think when she gets after players, she creates so much for this team. And I am so excited to see what she continues to do. I'm so proud of her. And I know she will continue to traject in a great direction for us. And it's just continuing to keep her in the headspace and know she's capable of even greater things. And we're just excited to be a part of that journey and support her along that journey.